Welcome to the show both feared and revered by man and beast, the heliosblog. Today, Hasan and friends give terrible advice yet again. Terrible dating advice. Lordy Lord.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you for
really
coming on,
it.
Marxie.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. It's very brave of you.
I'm so sorry you're going through this, and you definitely deserve better.
Yeah, you
Classic garbage advice, just never give them stuff that will actually help them in the future. Just give them platitudes.
should also probably get a therapist.
Just be the best you can be. You're so brave. You're so strong. You go, girl.
I knew it in the chat, in the voice chat beforehand. I said, I'm worried that they're just going to tell me to go to therapy. I'm already in therapy.
Just encourage them to be a victim.
Okay, get a new therapist, because this one ain't cutting it, and they're not telling you what to do in the situation. It's very clear cut if they haven't.
Okay.
Not all therapists are good. Remember, that's another thing
Yeah.
that you like. A lot of people establish a bond of trust with a therapist and think like, okay, well, I've already dumped all my trauma to this person. I don't want to go through that again. This is going to be that's going to be a really long process and a tumultuous process. And it's like, well, maybe you might not have the best therapist unless they know. I mean, unless they don't know anything about everything that you just explained to us. Because if you did tell your therapist all this stuff and they didn't see the warning signs, then you might have a shitty therapist, and that's fine,
Mm-hmm.
Be more selfish.
Thank you for the advice. And Hasan, I really...
Sounds like perpetual victim to me.
I admire you so much and your style on how effective you communicate. And you're just a really big inspiration to me.
I just wanted a platform where I could cry on camera and be thanked and patted on the back for it.
So I wanted to say thank you.
Thank you for saying that.
Let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya now.
I don't know how to take compliments.
Oh,
Someone
yeah,
save me.
I have a hard time too. Don't worry.
Say thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
By the way, this is what generalized anxiety disorder sounds like, guys. The person's just so afraid to do anything because they're so afraid of failure. This is what happens in a society where you don't have a father figure or you're not raised with proper boundaries. You're just afraid of risk. Well, to quote the late and great Mac Miller, what's a life if you never take a risk?
He really appreciates
do I hang
you.
up or how does this work?
He really appreciates you and values your...
You see, approval seeking, what should I do? How should I proceed according to you? No autonomy. Again, supposedly therapy is supposed to help, but it seems here that it hasn't done anything.
your commitment to the community.
Again, the therapist, what they've done is they've just let her have an echo chamber of vomiting her feelings and never told her the truth once. And so, and what's the point? Well, the point of it is you just collect a check, right? You just listen to the person, wail and complain, and you give them no advice. You just, smile and nod, effectively. And then the person goes on to be a useless idiot. And who's to blame?
That was so much better than what I said. That was surprisingly good, Austin.
No, I know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
If there's one thing about me, I say a lot of the wrong things, but every once in a while I say it right.
All right.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you for coming
Disaster.
on and being
Thanks for
honest
coming
with
on.
us.
Yeah, thank you all so much.
All right, who we got next?
We got Gap. Any pronouns?
Hey there. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Hello,
gosh,
everyone.
Gapped.
Hi again, Austin.
We
How are
just
you doing?
danced. We just danced at a club. What?
We did.
Yeah, we had a great time. What did you say that made me laugh so hard?
I think I was just like, wow, you dance something like me. They should call you Melanin Monroe.
Oh, Melanin Monroe.
So funny, so great.
So anyways,
Hi, Gap. Good to see you.
Wonderful
Thanks for coming
sense
on.
of humor. So funny. Man, just wow. Just I'm so impressed. Just wonderful. If only people were more like this guy. You know?
You are the Discord king.
What? No, Gap goes way back.
Oh yeah, I met Austin like on Lover Host or something. Yeah.
Way back when, and then we recently it was at TwitchCon. We went to a gay club.
Yeah, we were very gay there.
We were very gay at that club. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, not to get into that. We're here to help.
Yes. Anyways, hi everyone. I'm It's Gapped on all social media platforms, 26 years old, but we're here to talk about my issues.
Well, I know what the issue is already. You're an attention seeker.
Yes.
So, a lot of y'all don't know this, but I am quite the family man myself personally.
Oh my lord. Yup, definitely. This sort of attention-seeking behavior could not possibly have a wrong effect or a deleterious effect, as it were, on relationships. No. Let's just hold hands, pat them on the back, shake their hand for making terrible life choices, and let's move on.
I sacrifice a lot for my family. So for those people don't know that, like, I live with two of my older sisters and my nephew and my parents right now. And it's gone to a point where, like, I have to be like a second mom to the family. So, like, my parents both work. And since both my sisters have a child, I'm like, okay, you should build yourselves up before I need to, you know? Because I'm like, I don't have a child.
It sounds to me like you're married to your mother, right? Again, this is what happens. Like, if you don't move out of the house, your mother will try to marry you. I know it sounds really weird, but basically that is what happens. You end up becoming the second dad. So, you know, go do the chores, go pick up the kids, go do this, go do that, deal with my emotional problems, all that. And all it does is it prevents you, the man, from actually developing into a fully fledged person. And, you know, some men choose this path because, you know, they're comfortable. They get their food for free, they don't have to pay rent and all that. But the problem is you never grow up. So you can never have a family of your own. Your genes get annihilated. This is what happens if you stay at home, if you don't move out.
I'm just, you know, your little gay brother. Who cares, you know? So, like, I don't work. I don't do anything to, you know, build myself up whatsoever. So, like, anytime one of my sisters gets a job, I become, like, the permanent babysitter. Or my other sister, she has medical issues, and that's why she moved back in with us. And the medical issues are, like, so serious to the point, like, she has Crohn's disease, epilepsy, a brain tumor, and, like, other stuff to the point, like, sometimes I will have to, like, get off a stream to, like, go take care of her and, like, make sure she's all fine and whatnot. And it's gone to a point that I haven't been able to focus on myself at all. And they tell me all the time, like, no, it's okay. Go do what you need to do. Live your life and whatever. It's like, okay, you say you're going to be fine, but I'm the only one who has enough free time to take care of everything that needs to be done. And it's gone to the point that...
as I said.
My boyfriend, whom actually I have to thank Austin for helping me meet, actually.
Oh,
my
shit.
boyfriend is getting...
Did you meet him that night?
Oh, no. Oh. Well, after the Lover Host, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gone to the point, like, I met my boyfriend on Twitch, and I have never met him, and we've been dating for 2 years.
Oh my god.
And I'm too afraid to...
That's not a relationship, sorry.
Like, leave my family for, like, long periods of time.
Oh. Fake friend.
And, like, I really want this...
Sorry. As Rolo Tomasi says, invisible friends.
Relationship to work, and, like, it's gone to the point that he started asking me to have sex with him in VR chat, and it's... I don't want that. That's really awkward. And also, actually, some people might know my boyfriend, but that's a whole different tale for another story.
So. It's not public?
It's not that it's not public. It's more so. Do you remember that story long ago with Aiden Ross's brother?
Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, there was like some sort of like debacle with that.
We
My
need to stay on
boyfriend was.
topic. We don't have much time.
Yeah, I got you. Anyways, yeah, I don't know how to be selfish and like I don't want to abandon my family, but I feel like I'm obligated to them. So.
But the core of the issue is you want to see your boyfriend who you've been dating for a couple years and you guys have never met in person.
Never. Yeah, it's bad.
And this is something that you really.
That's not the core of the issue. The core of the issue is you're being used. Why? Because you haven't moved out. So move out.
Want to happen? Is there a way he could come to you at all, or I mean, obviously
no. Not to out him. He's poor, so.
Oh, okay. And how far away? How far?
He's in Canada and I'm in Texas, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long. And the only way you guys can get together is if you go to him.
I would prefer it that way. Yeah, he can come to me, but like if he come to me, I'm just gonna focus on my family. So I'm not gonna give him all the attention that he deserves.
Right.
So.
Right.
That's a good
yeah, because like even at TwitchCon, I was like still dealing with family stuff in the middle of the con. So
did you see him at TwitchCon?
No, he's too poor. He couldn't make it. I'm sorry for dragging you, Miller.
No, I mean, I look, it's reality of life. Sometimes you can't afford it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to think of here how we could help. Oh boy. So you can't. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, come on.
What? I'm waiting for you to. You're making sound analysis.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to just make sure we're all engaged here on.
I am. I'm listening to every single thing.
I'm engaged. Sure.
I mean, here. You want me to cut in? Okay.
Well, no, I just want Hassan to chime in and just to make sure he's actively engaged because he happens to be a little homophobic. I don't know if you knew that, Gab.
You have to.
Oh, I knew that. Don't worry.
Yeah, of course. You have to make time for yourself, and I think your family understands that already.
Yeah.
They will be able to figure out a way. It might be a little difficult at first, but you have to make time for yourself because if you want to be the best person for your family, if you want to be there for them in their time of need, you also have limits as a human being.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, I hope you understand. Please, for me, never listen to people like this. They don't have your best interest at heart. All they care about is virtue signaling. All they care about is you seeing them as a good person when they talk. And these are, in my opinion, some of the most destructive and damaging people that can possibly exist. Because with the greatest of intentions, they're your worst enemy. They just give such bad advice. Why is a single one not saying, move out, idiot? They're using you, idiot. Because you have no frame, you are nothing to them. They don't care about you. They care what you can do for them. Like, why are they not saying these things? Because they want to be looked at as nice, pleasant people who are comfortable to be around in conversation. But they're not really interested in helping you.
And if you do not, and if you constantly find yourself, being incredibly selfless for your family, there is going to be a moment where you don't have enough bandwidth remaining. Yes. It's going to take a toll on your mental health. It's going to stop you from being there for your family when they need it the most, which is why you definitely need to take some time and be a little bit more selfish and stop working yourself down to the bone and go out and, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get
a little nut off.
It's worth keeping in mind that if I tell this to creators all the time. It's like if you burn out, then you can't do work, can you? It's like if the worst thing happens to you, then everything else is going to have to find a way around it if you can't be there to save the day. So that's just all the more reason to do what Hasan said and put yourself first, just a little bit, just as an experiment, take that trip to Canada. It's not going to be the end of the world if you're gone for a few days,
And that's going to be a lot of fun too. That's 2 years of foreplay. You know what I mean?
It's like VR chat, but in real life.
What if it isn't fun? Well, then right?
Oh my god, it really is just like a worrisome thing because like my mom said something really like important to me. She was like, when I'm gone, you'll have to replace me. Like I'll have to pick up the reins of what she does, and that like it genuinely scares me. I'm just like, she holds the family together. That means I have to as well. So I'm just like, oh shit. So
that's a tough position that you're put in, I will say.
It's not a fair position either.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not a fair position to really put that on yourself.
I'll make it clear, I am the youngest of like all my siblings, so it's like I don't know how I got into this place. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
You're not selfish by prioritizing yourself.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and like Hasan said, the only way you can be the best person you can be is if you are a little selfish sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to be a little selfish. You got to take care of you. You got to be the best version of yourself before you can help other people.
Yeah, it's like the oxygen mask on airplanes.
Yep.
Wow.
That's with the aviation analogy too. That was sexy, Jarvis.
He flanked you.
Oh, I saw it in the chat though, Jarvis. I saw you sniped that from the chat, didn't you?
I've said that one before.
Oh, have you? Oh, so they stole it from you and they put it back in.
Would you say there's like any advice? And trust and believe, I do have an ego. Is there like advice for like not feeling like guilty about being
move out, idiot?
Selfish from time to time? Because like even when I took my trip to TwitchCon, my sister was just like, "Well, I don't have a babysitter now." And I was just like, "Oh shit." Well,
yeah, as I said, they're just using you.
But like I think truly it is the state of mind change, like shifting from like, oh my God, I'm not going to be there for my sister to I owe myself this so that I can come back and be the best version of myself for my family. Like I need this to make sure that I'm gonna. It's like when you take a vacation. It's like I need to recharge my battery so that I'm more productive when I come back. Right? Look at these.
Notice how not a single one of them has given the person the advice that they actually need, which is they're holding you back. And you shouldn't be there, right? Because you are not yourself. You're basically a husband to your sister and your mother. Like it's nuts to me.
Things that when you take time off for yourself, you go travel. Look at these times as a way to be improve yourself. Not just like don't look at these things as wasting time or being away from your responsibilities or anything like that. Think of it as a critical part of maintaining your sanity and also.
That's my family just watching Disney movies. Bubba,
what's going on?
Yes,
sorry. They're just very loud.
You're fine.
And old. It happens. Okay.
So anyway, but it's very important to take care of yourself. That's the advice that I would give is it's just a mental shift. Like not, this is a different situation, but like if people feeling bad for taking time off of work, for example, obviously
Austin never feels bad taking time off.
No, but and some people like myself, it shifted a little too far to the other direction.
Yeah, but that's how they get you is like
Yeah.
make you feel guilty. But okay, just real quick, at the risk of, I really want to be careful and not like critique your familial relationships, but just substantively. No. I'm still not going to do that.
I know what you're going to say.
But I'm going to say if someone is guilting you and they're saying, oh, now I don't have a babysitter, cut and dry, that's passive aggressive. It's not cool.
Absolutely.
Whether or not they're saying it, I'm not telling you to tell them that. I'm not telling you how to behave, but I'm just going to say that's what that is.
And that was a work trip for you, technically. So if they're doing that shit for a work trip, yeah, sure, it's fun too. But if they're doing that shit for a work trip, that probably is also stopping you from wanting to do that for a fun trip. You know what I mean?
It's disrespectful.
Yeah. And so I have like a fairly estranged relationship with my family, but I do sometimes get passive aggressive messages, and you just have to let it roll off you and not impact. You're at TwitchCon, you're living your best life, you're taking one of the few times for yourself. You've got to just like keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye in the moment, and you are the babysitter 99.9% of the time. You'll be back. There's probably just a frustration being expressed in your absence, and that particular person doesn't have the tools to maybe do so in a way that isn't kind of mean.
Yeah, no, we're very blunt and honest with each other, so it didn't really offend me or feel.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, of course, I felt guilty, but I love my family dearly. I love them so damn much. So
yeah, and it's like you're giving so much. It's amazing. I mean,
yeah,
you should feel power. You should feel great about what you're able to give, but that doesn't mean that you should just give, and never take a little bit for yourself.
Okay. What's 4 + 4? Because you ate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I don't think I have any further questions. So, yeah, I'll just... I will force myself to be selfish.
Yes, and go visit him, unless you don't want to.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not going to talk about that. But thank you again for making sure that I met my man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited. Bye, Gab.
I'll let y'all know. Bye, loves.
Bye.
I
Disaster.
unfortunately have to run. I've
How
gotta
selfish
go.
of you.
I gotta go take care of my dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm not gonna have a partner on
my
here.
dog sitter is leaving, so I'm gonna...
Now we're gonna have one less person on the show.
Say what?
I said now we're gonna have one less person on the show. Now how are we gonna handle it?
Yeah. Well, and well, you
really?
left on a high note. You left on a powerful note.
Thank you. I mean, thank you so much
for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me chat.
I like that when Jarvis was talking about like how he wants to give advice to like cis white men, kind of. Like we ended up doing a chat advice that had like only one cis dude who wasn't cis het dude who wasn't even white. But Jarvis was phenomenal.
All right,
let's bring on the next person.
Let's bring on the next one. Here we go.
The next person will be coming in, and if you guys are wondering who they're going to be, well, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. So if you want to know who they're going to be, all you need to do is subscribe.
The next person is Cowboy, and he uses pronouns he, him.
Hello?
Yeehaw.
Hello.
Hey.
Cowboy.
How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Great.
Yeah, so basically, I have epilepsy. I got diagnosed when I went through puberty. Like, I didn't have one until I was in, like, 8th grade. And usually it's pretty controlled, like, through the medicine I take and stuff like that. But about 2 years ago, I was hooking up with a girl, and I had a seizure during it.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
And everything's fine with it, but yeah, it's kind of a traumatic experience. Basically, I just remember a girl being on top of me and then waking up alone in bed with a text saying, "Hey, you had a seizure."
Lovely.
And I've noticed that ever since then, I've had problems like finishing during sex.
Big surprise.
It's like everything else is fine. But there's this girl that I've been talking to recently.
So it's hard for him to be vulnerable.
Wait.
Get along with.
Continue, I have a question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it because you finished that you had a seizure? Like, what triggered it, if you don't mind me asking?
I honestly don't know. Usually, most of mine are from sleep deprivation.
As I said, he has trouble feeling vulnerable because of, he met the sad truth of female nature, right?
Did she just leave?
I did not come that time though. When I had the seizure.
So you didn't come like when you woke up, like you hadn't nutted.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that's good to know because that will render your fears not valid, at least if you have the fear of like.
Well, it's not really like that. I'm afraid of it happening again. Like I'm pretty self-deprecating about the whole epilepsy thing. Like my dating when I was on like the dating apps or whatever, I made my profile. The human vibrator parentheses, I have epilepsy. So I usually have a pretty good sense of humor around it. It's not really that I'm afraid of having another seizure. It's more so I just would like to finish during sex because a lot of times the girls feel like it's their fault because usually guys finish so easy, and it's hard to explain that. And with this girl that I've been talking to recently, I'm a little worried about bringing it up. Yeah.
So okay.
Is this like a hookup or like have you been talking for a while or?
Like 3 months. Actually, we hooked up for the first time last night.
Oh,
nice.
And you didn't nut?
No, I did not.
So, but you're hard the whole time.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had a great time.
So,
do you ever finish?
Wait. Oh yeah, that's a good question. Sorry, go ahead.
Since then, I think one time I was able to.
Like,
but usually
you masturbate.
usually it just ends up
do you
being
jerk off?
Yeah.
But you can do it then.
Yeah.
So it seems to be just like a sort of like I mean,
wait, hold on. Consistently, or the way you said, yeah, like do you masturbate and consistently come when you masturbate?
Yeah, but sometimes it does take like a minute.
Okay, so that means, have you talked to your doctor about like the epilepsy medication that you take? Is there a side effect that might give you that might stop you from?
No, but I do take Adderall, and that has caused ED before, I know. But the problem isn't like that I can't, get hard. So
yeah, but there's I'm not a doctor, for the record.
Wait, you're not?
No, I know.
Yeah, but you spend enough time on IMDb. I feel like that I should defer to you.
Oh, I'm a professional hypochondriac, and I can tell you that there is a positive correlation between erectile dysfunction and not being able to reach a climax. Actually, I have no idea, but I'm guessing that could be a possible correlation. I don't know if they're related, but I would maybe talk to your doctor about the Adderall being there. But also, it's a very if you get in your head about something when you're trying to finish it, sometimes it'll never happen. So we've all been there. Okay.
Yeah. The main problem, or at least that I feel like, especially with this situation, is I want to make sure the girl knows that it's not them, because I've had that before where I can tell the girl thinks they did something wrong.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, it's hard. It's.
You could just tell her, like, give her a heads up, like, hey, how.
Disaster. Yep, it's all about communication. Yep, just follow that advice, guys. Nothing will ever go wrong. Okay. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all the notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian L, Tom and Bobby Dylan, and Renaissance Press. Shout outs to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Oh, sorry, that was Brian. Anyway, go buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. If you'd like some coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. I'll slot you right in. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.